Hello and welcome to Bold Business Podcast Show. This is Ros Jones, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Helen Booth, owner of Masque Photography, Boudoir Photography, colour consultant, and personal stylist. Hello, Helen.
Good morning, Ross. How are you?
Yeah, really good. So I'm delighted that you could join me today. But that's you cover quite a lot there. And I'm sure people will be intrigued. Just tell us a bit more. What does all of that involve?
Well, the overall umbrella of all of these things that I do is about empowering women, short and simple, making women feel good about themselves and their body, the self-confidence, and just having fun with life, really.
Yeah, it just sounds like just the thought of it sounds like having fun, having a play.
Yeah, it is. It's just about enjoying life, expanding who you are and embracing all that you are and having fun with it. And I love, taking women on the journey with me and exploring that.
So what made you start it? And what was boudoir photography, for example, is I'm not I am familiar with it, but I've never actually seen it in action or experienced myself. So tell us, what made you think of it in the first place? Was it for your own empowerment or?
It was a bit of luck, really. I found I was pregnant. I worked for a company at the time and I didn't really want to go back full time. I knew I wanted to be with my new baby and see if I could find a career that would satisfy me and I could, become self employed so that I could be with her and do something that I enjoyed. So I just started exploring things. I went on a photography lighting course. And whilst I was there was an album that I opened up and it had these images. And when you get that funny feeling in your tummy, you're like, oh, wow, what is this? Like, I've never seen something like this before. I got really excited because it wasn't really something that I'd seen before either. This is back in 2008. So I kind of did a bit of research then and found out that boudoir photography was really massive in America. And I've always thought if something's really big over there, it's going to come over to us eventually. So I thought I'd just take a punt on it, basically, because there weren't any studios specialising in that. There were only a couple of big major brands, like For Your Eyes Only. I can't remember the other one, but they were the one in London, one in Manchester. So nothing really near Yorkshire. So I thought, right, let's have a go. Got a few friends involved,
Yeah.
started practicing, did loads of research about it. But the very first thing I realised was, although that I did it for sort of not selfish reasons, but the reasons I wanted to do it was to be creative and do something fun and be unique, was that they got so much out of it. And I wasn't expecting that. It wasn't sort of like part of the thought process that got me into it, to be honest. But that then became really, really addictive to me because I absolutely loved when they felt like really empowered. And it just became something that I couldn't stop doing.
All right. Okay. So, so when you say they felt really empowered, so in what way?
So you kind of have to step out your comfort zone to have a boudoir shoot. Obviously, if you don't know, you come with your own lingerie. You have a makeover. And then how I work is that I will tailor the experience to kind of your style. So some people are more sassy, some people are more demure, if you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I kind of tailor it to the woman in front of me. So they go on a bit of a journey from kind of coming in nervous to then doing the thing. I'm showing them the back of the camera saying, have a look at this. Don't you look incredible? And they're like, oh my gosh, is that me? And I'm like, yes, it's you, look. So then they get a little bit excited. And then like kind of like halfway through, maybe they'll start saying to me, oh, Helen, could we do this? What about if we did this? And I'll say, what do you reckon if we maybe did like a topless, but we'll use this like sheet in front of you or your arms or a big necklace or whatever. And if they want to, we do it. And I think it's just like pushing yourself a little bit to do something exciting or that makes you appreciate your body. And once you see the images, obviously, you've got that then forever to look back on and think, you know what, I did look hot.
Yeah. I love it. And are there particular age ranges that are coming forward for this, or what are you finding?
I think probably because of the age I am, I find women around my age come. So I'm 46. But I tend to find maybe from like late 20s, and I've had women into their 70s. So early 70s is the oldest. But generally kind of like 30 to 50, I'd say,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
average.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely love it. And there is a thing, isn't there? And I don't know whether it has occurred to you or impacted you or what you think about this, but I'm finding that when people, women, as you did, you like step away from your job to bring up your kids, if that's your choice to do so, then sometimes I've heard that you're at risk maybe of losing your identity in that time. Is there a sort of a need to reaffirm who you are? I don't know if that's a bit mental or deep or if that is what you find.
No, that's really interesting. I think for me, bringing up my children was very intense. And I absolutely loved it. But my priority wasn't me.
Yeah.
Yes, I was trying to start the studio up and I evolved that like as and when I could. But everything I did was focused on, are they, clean, safe, fed, entertained, etc., etc. My children were 7 and 10 when I kind of looked at myself and I thought, you're not representing yourself the way I wanted to. I'd kind of given up on wearing any kind of put together outfit. I scraped my hair back, didn't have any makeup on, wasn't doing things with my friends as much anymore because we were all just so busy with things. And it was just a bit of a light bulb moment when I realised I'd got like paint splashes all over my shoes and like a coat with holes in. And I was thinking, no, Helen, you cannot walk around like this anymore. Pull yourself together, go and see somebody about your style, because I never really felt like I knew what I was doing. I just kind of walked in a shop and if I kind of fancied an outfit, I'd buy it, but I'd no rhyme or reason. So my wardrobe wasn't cohesive at all. And I didn't feel like I knew how to do my makeup either. No one ever really taught me. So I just kind of reset then, went to see a colour consultant, found out the best colours for me, got rid of loads of clothes and started to feel like I had more control over how I looked and how I felt. And again, I was excited about experimenting with styles of clothes that felt like me as the woman I was then. And yeah, just gaining the confidence from paying more attention to myself.
Yeah, fabulous. And I'm guessing that's why women come to you as well, for you to
Maybe
help
so.
them that same way. It sounds absolutely amazing what you've formed there, Helen. What's on the horizon now for you? What's your plans going forward? Are you adding anything else on, more of the same, or have you got some nice big juicy plans?
Well, I'd like to do all three things, and I'd love women to do all three things, especially if they come and have the colour analysis first and the personal styling. They can use that knowledge that they've gained about themselves to bring lingerie and clothing to the shoot in their colours and have the makeover done in their seasonal palette as well. And it's just levelling up everything I do for the final, hopefully, photos.
Yeah,
So yeah, all three.
as you know, I'm a business coach, and I am a great believer that we get stuff chucked at us, and although they can be tough at the time, maybe make us feel bad, and sometimes want to throw everything in and whatever. But I am a big believer that those times are actually sent to us to learn a lesson, so we can grow as a person in a business. So, how do you find that you've actually grown through, the various iterations of your business? What's changed for you?
As your confidence grows and you get more experience under your belt and you start doing more and more things like talking on this podcast, maybe 15 years ago, I wouldn't have been brave enough, or I'd been stuttering over my words. I didn't have the self-assurance, but now I talk in front of the camera really easily. I'll only take one take. I won't do 10 takes and overanalyze it and think, I stuttered over that word. I scratched my nose funny then. I looked really weird now. I just go and do it and hope people accept me for who I am. And I know, people don't judge and stare at and analyze reels like you think maybe they do. So I've got the confidence just to get out there and do my thing, and I don't worry about it.
Yeah, I love that. And there is that. And is that just through practice, or is it with age, or both, or just extra confidence, this ease and sort of self-acceptance, I guess?
Yeah, maybe a tiny bit to do with age. I think, you just don't care much as much anymore what other people think, and just go out there and do your thing regardless.
Yeah, I like there was that poem once, wasn't there, about this older woman thinking she could just go and dye her hair purple and everything, and who cares anymore? You know, although nowadays people dye their hair any color, but in those days, I guess it was a revelation.
I just don't think people are really paying that much attention.
Yeah.
You know, you can just go and do whatever you want to do, and everyone's thinking about themselves.
Yeah.
You know, you're not being analysed like you think you maybe are. So it just given me the permission to be myself, do what I want. And, you know, if somebody doesn't like it, then they're not for me anyway.
Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. So what would you, if I was standing before you now, Helen, and I'm just saying to you, Helen, I'm thinking about setting my business, but can you give me the number one piece of advice that will help me? What would you say?
Oh, just go and do it. Don't think about it. If in your stomach is going like butterflies are flying about and you're really excited about it, go and do it. Go and do your research. Speak to people who've been there before and get as much advice as possible. But don't think that you can't do that just because you're at the beginning of your journey. You can achieve whatever you want to. You just have to start doing it. We're not experts right at the beginning.
Yeah, I love that. So just start doing it.
Just start doing it, yeah. If you can't stop thinking about it, it's not going to go away. You've got to go do it. End of.
I just love that. Thank you so much, Helen. It's been an absolute delight speaking with you today. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Roz.